Hello and welcome to Long Island Weather Report. It's 10 o'clock and it is Thanksgiving Eve. Clouds are rolling in today after some sun. We had some sun, some junk in the sky, some cirrus, and then we got this storm coming. So if you look at the weather, this is the next storm coming. When this storm comes after the rain tomorrow, it's going to turn a lot colder. And I can tell you the squirrels definitely preparing for it because I saw a lot of them gathering nuts. This is around in Mineola by the library, the nice part of Mineola. And you can see a lot of squirrels out gathering nuts. So cute. And then we had the clouds kind of coming in towards sunset. But anyway, let's go look at the current conditions outside right now. Not a whole lot going on across the country, except in the Northeast, where up north there is going to be snow, especially in interior New England. I'm going to be getting lots of snow, but we're not going to be talking about that. Let's talk about our weather here. And you can see temperatures in the mid-40s, 41 at Islip, down to 35 at West Hampton. So definitely getting some radiational cooling tonight. But the clouds are lowering and thickening, 38 in Toms River. We'll go look at our highs for the day. And I think it was cooler today than yesterday, so highs generally were in the mid-50s. That's still above normal. Mid-50s on Long Island. Let's see, mid-50s in New Jersey as well. So mid-50s pretty much, and the lows, 33. So yeah, that's what it was this morning. Any radiation? Well, it got down to 28. Wow, 28 right over Edgewood Preserve. I don't know. I got a weather station in there, and then 25 actually in the Pine Barrens west of Toms River. So it did get kind of cool this morning. I guess we did have the clear skies and light winds to allow for radiational cooling. Let's go look at our statistics for Islip today. A high of 54 and a low of 33. So the last time you're going to see the 50s for a while. High was 4 degrees above normal. The low was 1 degree below normal. So 2 degrees above normal for the day, but things are going to be a lot colder. 2.8, actually 3.01 inches. No, that's the normal. 2.88 inches, and we're going to be adding to that tomorrow because we have rain on the way. So looking at the radar, you'll see here's our storm system right here. Nice steady rain. Unfortunately, it's going to be raining on your Thanksgiving Day parade tomorrow. But they will still be able to fly the balloons because it won't be too windy, but it definitely will be rainy as we deal with this storm system that is coming up and toward us. Looking at it on the satellite, we'll go to the CONUS view here. This is your low pressure system right here. So let's go look at the models now and show you what we have coming out. So you see they'll have this storm system right here that's developing. Low pressure area is going to go right over us tomorrow, bringing us more rain, and then that moves out, and then the cold air comes in for the weekend behind it. So much colder weather is going to come in behind you. You can clearly see where the isobars are pointing toward Canada, and that's going to be much colder air. If we look at the temperatures, you'll be able to see that colder air coming in here as we head toward the weekend. You see that colder air definitely diving on down. And if we look at the temperature anomaly, you'll be able to see that even more. So that colder air comes down, and we'll look at that, below normal all weekend long. So, but we got to get through the rain first. So we got some rain coming, which is good. Let's go look at the HRRR, 0Z run of the HRRR. And you'll see here comes the rain. So rain, steady rain. Could be a little heavy at times. Lasting throughout much of the day, tapering off toward late, probably after 5 o'clock. So pretty much a rainy Thanksgiving day. And then that moves away. And then we've got the wind and the cold weather coming. And yeah, it looks like it's even showing some instability, snow, or maybe even some rain showers later Friday. We'll take a look and see how much rainfall we're going to be looking at here. Total accumulated precip. And yeah, we're going to be seeing a half to an inch of rain, maybe some areas even more than that, especially on Long Island. It seems like the higher amounts are over there. We'll look at the GFS one as well. Here's the GFS one. Similar agreement to that. So dew points and wind flow, this is where your changes are really going to be taking place. So, in fact, I'm just going to go to the GFS here at this point so we can cover the weekend here. So you can see there's that storm system bringing a little moisture in, giving us the rain. And then behind it, here come the northwest. Not so much on Friday. We got the west winds, but then look what happened Saturday. Then we start getting into the really cold air. Look at that, dew points, teens, and maybe even some single-digit dew points down below here. And that cold air will be with us throughout the weekend with a pretty gusty westerly wind. Temperatures tomorrow. Tomorrow is going to be the last day we're going to see 50s. And then after that, the temperatures drop. Tomorrow night, we drop into the probably low 40s. By morning, we're probably in the upper 30s. And then for Friday, it will be cooler. Highs struggling to reach 50 degrees, probably only upper 40s. But then it turns even colder Friday night into Saturday morning, where temperatures are going to drop to freezing in most areas. And then for Saturday, we're going to only be in the upper 30s to around 40. And then at night, we'll be dropping probably into the probably to 32 or maybe even a little lower than that. The wind will probably keep the radiational cooling away, but perhaps we'll see some Sunday. And then Sunday, still chilly with temperatures only in the 30s. So it's going to be a chilly weekend after we get through this rain, for sure. We'll look at the skies next. So here's the skies. Obviously, plenty of clouds tomorrow. Friday, start off with sun. Some more clouds toward the afternoon. Saturday should be a mostly sunny day. There could be some ocean effect clouds by the coastal areas, eastern Long Island. I wouldn't rule that out. We'll take a look at some soundings here, and we'll see what the soundings look like. It does point to there may be some stratocumulus around on Saturday. We'll have to fine-tune that as we get closer, just because of the instability of the air. Maybe more clouds on Sunday. It's a little weak wave passes through. For Friday, here's Friday, and again, showing that stratocumulus buildup definitely on this model here. We can look at the HRRR. It does not take us far enough out to show you all of that, but we can kind of take a sound. Yeah, I don't think it's going to do that. So let's go to the RGEM, which is our other cloud model here. Obviously, plenty of clouds tomorrow, though. There might be some breaks after sunset. And then Friday, we'll probably start off with sun, and then clouds probably develop toward the afternoon. And then Saturday, RGEM is showing mostly sunny skies. But this may be a little misleading. We'll have to see. They may wind up being wet. The models always underestimate the amount of stratocumulus, especially when you get that first cold shot of air for the season. That always seems to happen. So we'll have to see what happens with that. But as far as rain goes, I'll just go to the NAM next. This is the NAM model. This is the NAM for Friday, by the way. You can see it's showing a little more in the way of stratocumulus. But I'm kind of curious to see what it has for rain. So here's the rain. And that rain could be heavy at times, too, throughout the day tomorrow. So we'll definitely get a decent amount of rain. Let's see what the NAM is showing here. Total accumulated precip. Yeah, between that half to 1 inch amount. Higher amounts tend to be over, maybe just over our area, mainly to the north, where there's better lift. If we look at FGen here for a moment, you'll see that area of FGen coming through. The heavier rain probably be in the earlier part. Like I said, toward later, it'll probably be heavier, and you can see that FGen kind of moving up into, this is where they're going to be getting their snow up in New England here. And there could be, like I said, there are going to be a decent amount of snow. Just fun. We'll look at the total snowfall, and you'll see in the mountains could be quite a bit. This is probably a little overdone. Let's just use the GFS because it's a little bit of a lower resolution. It might not be overdone, though. The mountains could see a foot in the mountains. Everywhere else, though, again, there's going to be a nice wintry feel up in interior areas of New England and even interior areas of upstate New York, too, after this storm is done, between the cold and the fresh snow on the ground. So that's going to wrap up this Long Island weather update. We will talk about the weather again tomorrow. The wind will be another issue that we'll have to deal with, though I don't think those isobars didn't look too tight. We'll go ahead and look at wind gusts for tomorrow night here. Yeah, we have some gusts up to 40. So, behind it will be breezy, that's for sure. But I don't see anything too crazy with the winds. Let's look at Saturday. Yeah, so I don't think we'll need any wind advisories. It'll be windiest right after the storm passes. And tomorrow, there could be some stronger winds on the South Shore, showing some gusts up to 40. Maybe almost a little bit of an LLJ here going. So, yeah, we might actually have a little bit of an LLJ going here. Just a little bit of one. Looking at some of these winds here. 40 off the South Shore. So, yeah, it'll be a wind-driven rain, I guess. Makes me wonder if they're actually going to be able to fly the parade's in the morning, but by the afternoon, the conditions definitely turn more windy as that center of low pressure gets closer to us. I'm just kind of curious about the wind. Let's just go above the ground here to 900. See if we have an LL. Oh, yeah. So there's some strong winds aloft. So, yeah, this is aloft, but there is some strong winds aloft. Probably just falling short of a wind advisory tomorrow. I don't see one up here. Do have some gale warnings for the offshore waters. But that is going to wrap up this weather, Long Island weather report. Enjoy your Thanksgiving weekend. Should have another one. We'll probably keep doing them because we're going to have interesting weather for the weekend between the cold and the rain. The rain first, then the cold weather. First, really good cold shot of air coming in. So have a good night and enjoy your Thanksgiving.